Today I've had a bit of a rude awakening. If I was employed by a prepper, I would have lost my job. Hi, this is Everyday Prepper and welcome to the channel. Now, I decided to pull apart my food stash, my food preps today because I hadn't been in there for a little while. I thought, my wife and I thought we'd actually done it quite recently and rotated the stock and have a look at it and just see what's in there and what's maybe approaching being out of date. I was a little bit shocked. The video you're looking at now is a shot of all of the stash. It has depleted somewhat, and over the last year. And what's on the left is all in date, and what's on the right is fairly out of date, ranging from a few months old to 4 or 5 years old. So I don't know quite how it's got that bad. I really don't. We went through everything, did an Excel spreadsheet, which I can't find now. We had everything all worked out down to the calorie as to what we had stashed. So real wake-up call for me and a bit of a learning exercise. So going forward, I've now made sure that I've got a 2-month alarm on my phone to remind me to go through and rotate all of the foodstuffs. Make sure this doesn't happen again. What I've also done is had a look at the stuff that is out of date and worked out, how much of that can I actually keep. And actually, the pile on the right-hand side is, although it is out of date quite a bit, there's honey in there, for instance, which lasts forever. Honey, they found honey that's lasted thousands of years. So I'm not really worried about, honey that's gone out of date by a year or so. That's going back in the stash. There's some ravioli in there from a few years ago, and some chili tins that are quite old as well, which I've had to throw out because I don't feel comfortable eating those. But I decided to have some tea tonight, and I'm going to be eating ravioli now for pretty much every day for quite some time. I had a tin tonight, and that was from November last year, so it's only 5 months out of date, and that's the best before date, remember, so it's not a use by date, which is a whole different ball game. These tins don't even have use by dates on them, so I think they can last a lot longer than what they actually tell you on the tin. You may be able to tell me how long these things really do last. But going by the best before date, all the stuff on the left there goes back in the cupboard. That's all well within date. That's all fine. And most of the stuff that's out of date is fruit and some tinned veg. Now the fruit, a lot of it is in sugars or in fruit juices, which keeps it reasonably. Keeps it for a long time. For afters, I had some pineapple rings, which were from tinned pineapple, which was 2020. I think it was June 2020, so we're looking at 4 years old, and it was absolutely fine. Tastes okay, maybe slightly acidic, but I'd eat it again. So I've put the rest in the fridge for tomorrow night's tea, and I'll be going through to I've got 3 big tins of these pineapples from 2020, so I'll be eating those over the next few days as well. Just to waste not, want not. So yeah, I thought just do a very quick video. It was to explain. It just goes to show when you're prepping every day. I mean, we're still buying tins. We buy tins every now and again. Pretty much every shop we had a couple of tins in there. So we got quite a lot of stuff, and there was a lot of stuff that I didn't pull out, which is sweet bars, chocolate bars, packets of sweets like Haribo, things like that. If there was a real situation, and then we got some sugary snacks as well, which is always sort of a mood uplifter. There are a couple of MREs in there as well, and we've got some things like we've got tons of pasta stored away in storage containers. We've got rice, we've got flour. I've got kilos and kilos of flour stashed, and we've got tons of yeast as well, because we make our own bread. So aside from that, I've also got worked out we've got approximately 50 gallons of fresh drinking water ready to go. And so there's kind of 3 of us in the household really at any one time, so that would last us 20 days maybe, something like that. And then I've also got a 200 litre cold water storage tank up in the loft feeding our hot water tank, so that would be okay. If the water all went off, we'd have another 200 litres as well, so fairly okay with water. Plus the amount of rain we've had in the UK, I don't think we'd have a problem at the moment. We do have water barrels outside as well, which obviously would have to be boiled and filtered. But yeah, a bit embarrassing with the foodstuffs, and it won't happen again. I'll be doing my penance by obviously eating 6-month-old ravioli and 4-year-old pineapples now for the rest of the week. So anyway, I hope you found this interesting. Please let me know what you think in the comments. How's your stuff going? And if you haven't looked at it, please do, because you'd be surprised, as I was, how long it's actually been since I really went through everything. In the meantime, thanks very much for watching and stay prepared.